welcome to the program. Thanks. It is the Joe Pag Show. Great radio stations all over. iHeartRadio, Newsmax TV, NewsmaxTV.com as well. Really glad to have you along for the ride on a Tuesday. I think we'll play the song on a Tuesday. Crazy Train Tuesday, and that's what we normally do on the Joe Pag Show. But I got to tell you something. Paul, you can bring it down. It has been the craziest train I think that I've ever ridden. Well, it's certainly the craziest train that I've ridden in my life. I got to tell you. Carrie, how are you, by the way?
I'm all right. How are you?
I don't have any idea what's going on in the world. And that's, you know me, that's rare for me.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on in the world. And that's okay today.
Mm-hmm. Of course it is.
I want to start out by saying, because I don't want this to be secondary, and people who listen to me and people who don't listen to me and people who are following on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, everybody wants an update. And I'll say right up front, Gabby's home, Gabby's safe. And I'll get into what I can get into in a moment. But first, I don't want to pretend this isn't important because it's vitally important. Today is the 25th birthday of my eldest daughter, Cindy Jo, CJ. And
happy birthday.
Happy birthday, CJ. We love you like crazy. We had no idea what a parent's love and responsibility and respect and emotion was before this day 25 years ago. Came into the world, the most beautiful baby you've ever seen, and she remains beautiful to this day. So happy birthday, honey. Daddy loves you like crazy. Everybody's waiting for an update on Gabby, and rightfully so. She's home, and I'll give you the details I can give you. I want you to understand that from the bottom of my heart and soul, I can never thank you enough. I can never thank my crew, Carrie, Polo, Karina. Never thank Brian, my boss locally in San Antonio, and Brianna. I can never thank Compass Media Networks. I can never thank Chris Ruddy and Peter Kozan, by the way, over at Compass Media, and Adam and Susan and everybody, and it's certainly Chris Ruddy at Newsmax TV. I can't thank you guys enough. I don't, I'm not a very humble guy. You guys listen to me because I'm pretty hard-headed. I'm firm in my beliefs, and we're going to get back into that kind of stuff sooner than later. But I can't thank everybody that I just mentioned enough. But I want to add to that list the Comal County Sheriff's Department and Detective, Doug Phillips and Tommy Ward and Tom Smith with the U.S. Marshals and Juan Rodriguez with the Border Patrol. There were so many people involved in helping find my young daughter, Gabby, on Friday, once I put the word out. She'd been missing since early Wednesday morning. And we hadn't said anything on this show, and I hadn't said anything on social media for a long time. Hadn't said anything because it made sense not to, according to the authorities. Believe me, we listened to the authorities the whole way. I didn't try to do anything myself. But once I was allowed to release the beast that is social media and is the network of reach that we have, both on radio and television, we did just that. We did just that. By the way, those who contacted me saying stop being on the radio Saturday, that was a best of show. I wasn't on the radio Saturday. Those were interviews that I'd done before Gabby had disappeared. And on Monday, yesterday, a lot of these stations heard a best of show for Labor Day. So I wasn't like, hey, let's go do some radio. No, it wasn't that at all. It was a harrowing period of time, a period of time that certainly made me understand better what people in this position feel, because I felt it and we were in that position. By the way, SAPD, San Antonio Police Department, Chief Bill McManus, aces, golden, unbelievable guidance and advice and help, and he was there for me. Nico LaHood, who is the Bexar County prosecutor, on his day off yesterday, we met and we talked, and he helped, and he continues to help. Pastor John Hagee, Cornerstone Church, we talked a little while ago. Unbelievable support, help, and a blessing to have these people, everybody I mentioned, and so many more in my life. People I don't really know. Meghan McCain was an incredible help to me. Dana Lash, an incredible help to me. If you don't know who they are, they're talk show hosts. Sean Hannity, who I do know, an incredible help just using his network. Glenn Beck and his network at The Blaze and elsewhere. Incredible help. And again, as I said, Newsmax TV, an incredible help. And iHeartMedia, the company that I work for out of San Antonio. And then we syndicate through Compass, and then we go on television through Newsmax TV. iHeartMedia put out in its network a bulletin on every radio station website looking for Gabby. Now, I understand that I am lucky, privileged, and not even deserving of that kind of help because of the situation we are in. And I realize that other people in a similar situation don't have anywhere near that kind of network. I'm lucky. I am privileged. I am humbled. I can never pay them back. I can never pay you back. This is real, too, though. What I just said about all those folks who, without a doubt, I'm indebted to them for the rest of my life. Without the listeners and without the viewers and without the social media reach and everybody on there, Carrie, my plea was shared and spread around and seen by and reached to upwards of 10 million people.
I know.
And that's
awesome reach.
It's amazing. It's amazing to me. I had a hard time breathing last week. I'm just now starting to breathe again. We got her back. And again, I'll give you the details as best I can. I will not do anything to hinder an investigation and a case that may or may not be made against somebody else involved here. But what I'll do is I will, before I even get into the details, I will promise you this. Once a week, and Carrie, hold me to this.
Okay.
Once a week, I will outline a missing person on this show, both on television and radio, and I will do my level best to help find that person for their parents, their loved ones, whomever it is that's missing them. Now, I realize this may open the floodgates, and I may be inundated with missing people, flyers, and so on. Let me say this. I won't be able to help everybody, but I will absolutely understand, and I will absolutely, from my soul, pray as hard as I can and as hard as I have for my own daughter. And I will do everything I possibly can to help. I'm going to do this in accordance with an organization. I haven't just selected which one it's going to be yet. Could be the Heidi Search Center. It could be the Center for Missing and Exploited Children. I will do that in alignment with an organization. See, the problem is I have no way of knowing whether the story is real if somebody gives it to me. Does that make sense, Carrie?
It does, yeah. Yeah.
Because, I mean, there are some sick people out there that'll pretend somebody's missing and see if they can get the radio guy and the TV guy to do that for them. Yeah. So I'll do it through an organization that has a network that has the ability to know that somebody's missing and know that somebody needs help. We will do that because it won't take much of my time, but I know that it's completely crushing a family. And I think that if we can get even a small percentage through my message of increase in looking for and finding these people, then that's my duty now. I think that God has actually asked me to do that. Gabby disappeared from her school last Wednesday morning. According to the information we have, and according to investigators, last seen with the guy that I put the flyer out with last week, a 29, almost 30-year-old guy. Gabby just turned 16. And they were gone all of Wednesday, all of Thursday, and they were found late on Friday. They were found in Mexico. A lot of people are saying they were found in San Diego. A lot of other reports are saying something else, but I have seen reports out there that they were found in Mexico. I can tell you without a doubt that we know the route they took, we know where they went, we know when they went there, and the authorities were moments behind them the entire way. When we kicked into gear the social media reach, the radio reach, and the television reach, when we clicked that into gear on Friday, that caused more movement, and that helped authorities to hone in on where they were. They actually were caught in Mexico shortly after they got to Mexico. And the Mexican authorities, who I owe a debt of gratitude to as well, were working along with the authorities here in the United States to get them back very quickly. Saturday, I won't say where we had to go, but we had to go somewhere far away Saturday to get her. The 29-year-old person that was also caught in Mexico faces some major charges. And we hope and pray that justice will be swift. Where we are right now is at a place where we're reacclimating our daughter who we love so much and who we've always loved, who you've heard sing on this show, who many of you have met at Elf Louise, many of you have met out when we're doing different events and so on. She's an amazing, amazing human being that we could not love more than we do. And it's going to be a process to bring her back to an understanding of how much love and outpouring went into finding her last week and it's going to take some work to help her fully understand the situation and how dire it was. We talk on this show about sex trafficking. We talk on this show about drug trafficking. We talk on this show about people her age disappearing, beautiful young people, and their parents never seeing them again. We are one of the few privileged who got our daughter back. And it was an experience I don't wish on my worst enemy. We had people step up to help that, by the way, Mike Riggs over at SAPD as well. We had people step up that we either didn't know very well, or Carrie, I was convinced they didn't like me.
Mm-hmm.
And they
No,
stepped
that's not
up.
the case. Yeah.
They stepped up. And the sharing and the retweeting and the spreading of the word and the concern and the prayers far and wide really brought us the great result we got. It's going to be a long road. It's going to be a lot of healing. And to be honest with you, as a father, forget being a talk show host, as a father, I'm not sure what this path is going to be. But I am sure of this. As sure as I am that I breathe today, I will walk this path with my daughter and my wife and my family. I will walk this path carrying Gabby the entire way if I need to make sure that she has a full understanding of what it is that just happened and what it is that we need to do going forward. So I thank you. I know a lot of people who are listening right now or watching right now want to be heard. I want to hear you. I want to talk to you. But I have to say, like I said Friday, I cannot give more details on the investigation, more specifics on exactly what went down, where they were, what they did, whatever. Can't do any of that because I will not do anything to screw up anybody's investigation into making sure justice is served in this case, as in all cases. 1-800-383-9624. 1-800-383-9624. JoePags.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, email. It's all right there. I'd love to hear from you. Stay right here.